I'm curious, Tank, when you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
I probably, that's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage.
Thank
that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You
them.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
First off, the Mohawk comment is funny as fuck. That shit is hilarious. And he's not even touching on the fact that Jake has a receding hairline. You know, shout out to all the people with receding hairlines out there, but it's fair game in this press conference. And then here Jake goes, calling him out for the domestic abuse. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is a clown. And he's going to get Tank to go ahead and address the allegations right here. Tank, you know, clapping it up, joking, right? But he's about to address the allegations. He got a little bit, you know, enough to make him address it. We got these clowns coming out making balloon animals and shit, so Jake's doing his thing.
I got you a poodle.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female, like, come on. It will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing, what's the name about that? But P Diddy, when things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No. No?
Okay.
No?
I'm sure there are members of the media.
Awkward. I mean, Tank tried to address it. I've heard this before. I'm not going to name names. But I've heard the same thing before from someone else who was accused of it in a way and had a charge in the past. I mean, it's worth looking up. Let's just find out once and for all. Was Tank Davis charged for domestic violence? Gervonta Davis arrested, boxer jailed on domestic violence charge in Florida. Was arrested Friday, July 11th of this year on one count of domestic battery violence in Florida. Arrest stemmed from an incident on June 15th that involved an ex-girlfriend who is the mother of two of Davis's children, according to the arrest report. A police officer was dispatched at a hospital to interview the woman. According to a police report, Davis, who lives in Coral Springs, Florida, drove to the woman's residence to pick up the two children on Father's Day. According to the police report, during the exchange, a verbal altercation occurred and escalated into a physical confrontation. Oh my goodness gracious, I think they did not proofread this article. According to the report, the victim said the defendant instructed her to remove the children from his vehicle, stating he no longer intended to take them. While she was positioned at the rear passenger door and leaning forward to retrieve her daughter from the back seat, the defendant, positioned in the driver's seat, struck her in the back of the head, according to the police report. According to the victim, the defendant then proceeded to slap her on the right side of her face, according to the police report, in which the woman's apparent injury is redacted. Following the incident, according to the arrest report, the victim sent a text message to her mother informing her that the defendant was physically assaulting her and requesting her mother come outside. The mother confirmed receiving the messages and in response exited the residence and saw the victim visibly distressed and crying while engaged in a verbal altercation with the defendant, according to the report. The victim provided a video recording from her personal phone that documents the verbal altercation between herself and the defendant, according to the police report. I think we saw this. Says Tank threw a small box at his ex during the argument. Okay, so he served a 90-day house arrest for a hit and run. It wasn't for domestic violence. Misdemeanor assault charge in 2019, not against a woman. Ooh, charged with battery and domestic violence in Florida in 2020 with the mother of his daughter. Oh, this was that basketball game incident. This was the basketball game incident where he pulled her out of the seat. Says Davis was observed battering his former girlfriend with whom they have a child together. Davis surrendered himself to Coral Gables police detectives assigned to the case. So that's what Jake is probably talking about. And then Tank said, I never once hit her. Yeah, I was aggressive and told her, come on. That's the mother of my child. I would never hurt her. He put that in a social media post. But they aren't able to prove that he was striking her. It says, in the arrest affidavit, Davis accused of dragging the victim to a separate room by her shirt and states that video surveillance shows a partial view of the fighter pulling his arm back and forth, then forward towards the victim, which is consistent with a strike to the face. The complaint stated that the victim provided a written statement consistent with the altercation and that photos taken of the victim's injuries are consistent with a strike to the face. Accident involved hitting a pregnant woman, I think with his car, in 2020. Took a plea deal for the hit and run, did 60 days of house arrest. Misdemeanor charges, accused of striking the mother of his children again. Oh no, this is from that February charge. Davis's misdemeanor charges in Coral Gables, Florida, where he had been accused of striking the mother of his children in February 2020. That case was discharged, according to court records. So, it was discharged. And then in 2022, a couple weeks later, he was arrested after allegedly striking a woman with a closed hand type slap. Tank denied it and said, I never put my hands on my child mother nor my effing daughter. Are you effing crazy? I'm not a monster. I've been quiet for too long. That's the only reason I'm doing this now, just to clear my name. So Tank has denied all allegations. All allegations. And not only has he denied them, but one of them, was discharged. So we gotta, it's the court's law to prove this shit. And if you don't got it on paper, it's not my job to convict the man. Davis was released Wednesday following a court hearing where bail was set at $1,000. The woman who called police to report Davis said he did not harm me or our daughter. So she redacted her statement. Made an unnecessary call to law enforcement. That's what she said in a statement on her Instagram. She wants to succeed in the co-parenting dynamic. So it sounds like she's a crazy BM. You know what I mean? Davis's biggest issue is his traffic violations. There's this one. Davis was arraigned in Fort Lauderdale in connection with a December 27th misdemeanor domestic violence charge, which he's denying, and she already denied it. So Florida prosecutors dropped all charges of domestic violence against Tank on December 27th because the woman didn't wish to press charges. So as far as we know, Tank hasn't really abused women. Jake's low-key a little bit out of pocket. I don't know. The only issue is the latest one from this year. So we'll see how that one plays out. But all of Tank's previous ones have cleared his name. Maybe he just got a crazy baby mama. Maybe he's got a point, man. Maybe he's got a point. He doesn't have a real charge, and he's saying, I've been with plenty of women in my day. Why don't more women say I abused them? Okay, all right. I'm gonna take his word for it until he's actually convicted of something. I think he has 2 arrests with this woman. He got arrested after the Roach fight and canceled the rematch.